So you cleaned up your house, you hired a realtor, and you stuck a sign in your yard, and 6 months later, your home still hasn't sold. I know how frustrating that can be, but the good news is it may only be 1 or 2 small tweaks to your property or to your listing to finally get your home sold and get you moved on to your next house. That's why today I'm going to talk to you guys about the 3 most common reasons why homes don't sell the first time around. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. My name is Malcolm Lawson. I'm the team leader of the Lawson Group at Keller Williams Select Realtors located in Annapolis, Maryland. So the first reason why homes don't sell the first time around, and I hate to say it, but it's bad marketing by the real estate agent. There are unfortunately a lot of agents out there that their marketing consists of them taking pictures of your house on their cell phone, and that's about it. And in today's digital age, it just doesn't cut it anymore. And this is probably the biggest mistake that I see with listings that don't sell is that they have bad pictures. At a minimum, your agent needs to be hiring a professional photographer to go out there and take some good pictures. And keep in mind, just because somebody may be good at portrait photography or nature photography, that does not make them a real estate photographer. That's kind of a very specific niche, and they know how to frame shots and how to angle their cameras and how to light interior pictures to get good pictures of a property. If it's a waterfront property, you really need to get a drone out there and get some nice aerial shots of the property with the water. If the home is vacant, I really recommend digital staging. I do this for all of my vacant homes where they will add digital furniture to the house, and this gives it a much more lived in and cozy feeling and helps the buyer envision actually living and using that space. I use digital staging on all of my listings that are vacant regardless of what price range. So having great pictures of your listing is really at the core of all the marketing that we do, and it's something that you need to insist that your real estate agent has done. Another mistake I often see agents do is not having all the proper information. If your house has 2 bathrooms and they only have it listed as 1, or if your house has 3,000 square feet but they only have it listed as 2,000 square feet, or here in Annapolis, a common mistake is that if you have a waterfront property, an agent will check the box saying it's waterfront, but not also check the box that's saying is water access and has water views, because those 3 things are all separate searches that somebody could do. And there is some other marketing that they can do which is not as impactful as having great pictures, but still can have an influence. For example, for my listings, I always take video tours of my listings and upload those up to YouTube as well as Facebook. My video tours are generally kind of a teaser. It's usually 1 to 2 minutes, and I'm really only showing the best parts of the house. It's not a complete walkthrough of the property showing every nook and cranny. The whole goal is just to get a potential buyer to schedule a showing on that property and go see it for themselves in person. I'm also a big advocate of Facebook advertising for my listings, and I usually take the video tour of the property I have and I run that as an ad to that geographical area to people who are interested in buying a home. Now, if I had to choose between running Facebook ads or having great pictures, I would go with the great pictures. I think that's far more influential, but nonetheless, I think having a video tour and running additional Facebook advertising for the property can also help in many situations. So the next reason why homes don't sell is the condition of the property itself. So buyers are looking for a move-in ready property. They don't want to inherit somebody else's problems and deferred maintenance. I've absolutely seen homes not sell, or at least not sell for the price that the homeowner wants, for just a handful of little maintenance issues that a handyman can knock out in a day and for maybe $500. So the truth is, all homeowners have these little maintenance issues that they've just been neglecting and putting off. A leaky faucet, a squeaky door, some old hardware on the door handles, all these little things. And to you, the homeowner, it may be completely inconsequential and not important at all. But for a buyer, when they see all these little maintenance issues, it's just a red flag after a red flag after a red flag. For many buyers, it's a very emotional experience of buying a property. And I often have clients walk into a house and tell me, you know, it just doesn't feel like home. Or they'll say, you know, I'm just not feeling this property. So as a seller, you really need to invest in your property and take care of all these little maintenance issues that you've been putting off. Honestly, sometimes all it takes is anywhere between $500 to $1,000 worth of handyman work to finally get a home sold. And don't think that you can just give them some kind of seller's credit and let them update the kitchen and the bathrooms themselves. You need to take care of that before the photographer comes out and before you put your home up on the market. So the last reason why homes don't sell is honestly the price of the home. It is very easy to overprice a property. And where sellers really make a mistake here is in finding comparable properties to judge their house against. As an example, a seller may find a house that sold a year and a half ago 3 streets away and say, well, that house sold for this price, I want to sell for this price. But what they're not actually doing is a really accurate side-by-side comparison where they add and subtract value for features that this house has that your house does not have, or vice versa. If that house that you found has a fully updated kitchen and bathroom and a finished basement and your house does not, your house is not going to sell for as much as this one. When pricing is a concern, what I often like to do is take my sellers out and actually show them some other houses that are for sale in their neighborhood. And I ask them while we're in their house, how does your house compare to this one? How does your kitchen compare to this one? How does your bathroom compare to this one? So there's two big benefits to this. One is we're actually looking at the competition and seeing how your house compares to it. Because if a buyer looks at your property and this one is a couple streets down, they're probably also going to look at that property in the same day. And number two, looking at these properties is going to give you a much better idea of where to price your home so your home sells before your neighbors do. But more often than not, if all the marketing is done properly and your home still is not selling, you either need to improve the condition or lower your price. And it's one of the two, and it's going to be a balancing act between those two things. If you don't want to lower your price, you need to invest and improve your condition. If you don't want to improve the condition, then you need to lower your price. So if you want some more useful tips on how to sell your home for the most amount of money, I've got an entire playlist of other videos I've done right over here to help you out. And if you're thinking about selling your home in the Annapolis, Maryland area, my team and I would love to have a conversation with you. I have a link down below to all our contact information. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you over the next video.